For over 3 months now, the residents of Crooked Tree Village have been traversing the lagoon by boat as the causeway has been flooded due to the rains. While the journey is far from comfortable, the trip in and out of the village has become relatively routine. Until today, that is. Tragedy unfolded shortly before 6 this morning when two Coast Guard vessels collided, killing one person and injuring several others. The accident took the life of 20-year-old Benjamin Gentle Jr. and left several students with head and body injuries. Nurse Antoinette Tillett says that she has never had to deal with a tragedy of this magnitude.
When I try to call Bert, because when I get out there and I see the crowd out there, I'm going to town too, right? And I ask, why is all these people out there? Then a friend of mine call her mom and tell her that the boat crashed. And I say, well, how nobody called me? Until a little while after, then they say, I need to go across. Somebody take me back to the clinic, I get some stuff and come back out here. And when I came out here, some of the students already left that get hurt in a vehicle to go to Belize. So, but this has nothing so drastic has ever happened here. I don't know how to explain how I feel because I've been praying and I thank God for the protection over that lagoon. And this will happen now. It's so hard, you know. And they had to take the mother down because it's her, you know. She said it's one of her best sons, and she's the one that is working and helping her. Some other kids get like bad cuts. I haven't seen them. You'd have to go to the hospital to see them. The students are very shaken. They went back home.
Do you think that these students will need to have some sort of therapy, the ones that were on the boat?
Definitely they will need that because some of them are just crying and shaking and asking where is the other little boy. His back had a bad cut. Where is he? And we didn't want to tell him right away until I see that the child is dead.
While the villagers are extremely saddened about this incident, quite a few of them told us that they do not believe that the Coast Guard should be condemned, as they had been doing a good job of transporting them.
You don't predict nothing like this would have happened, because it never happened before. But you never know what happened. And man, this accident, and with the guys, the guys do a wonderful job, man, and there's nothing bad anyone could say about the Coast Guard, because those guys are on top of their game. And they really do a good job here.
One of the things that people don't mention is the struggle that the young kids go through. When they leave at 4:30 in the morning, it's dark, and when they come back home at 7:30, it's dark. So they go through a lot. We don't want to take nothing away from what Audubon and what the Coast Guard have been doing. For over 3 months, we've had runs. They went above and beyond what they're supposed to be doing. They make up to 20 runs a day for people stranded on this side. We appreciate all the help we get, but an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. And the prevention for us would be fixing the road. We need to raise the road. Hopefully we need to put a bridge, maybe that boom bridge, and all that would help. But besides that, for now, we're going to have to pull together as a village. We're going to have to help the family and, make sure that something like this doesn't happen again.
Benjamin Gentle Sr. says that he wants answers. He was working in Belize City and about to make his way back to Crooked Tree when he got the devastating news that his son had been killed in the accident.
I tried to go home last night, but the boss passed me by, didn't want to stop. I'm thinking like it was an omen or a sign. So I stayed at a place where I stay down here on Vernon Street. And the first thing this morning, about 6:30, I got a call. A friend of mine's called me that lives down here in Belize City. I said, I think you should call home. So I asked him what happened. He said, I don't want to be the bearer of news or wrong news, but call home. So I called home. My wife and my older son told me they're heading down to the waterside right now. Call back. So when I called back, they told me my son's dead. Surprise hit me now. I'm already on the bus going to Crooked Tree, and I'm thinking, how he had died. Called them back. They told me, boat they crash. I want to know which boat crashed. Is it a civilian boat? What happened? They told me the 2 Coast Guard boat. So totally I'm blank because that shouldn't happen. These are government officials that we put faith into. Now, I come to the conclusion that possibly a boat run over a boat some nature. I don't want to give false information or anything, but from what I see of my son's body, he has all abrasions up on his right side from his pelvis go up to his shoulder, and abrasions in his head, and his body is badly bruised, like he's been rolled and cut up like a slab of meat. I have to say it like a slab of meat because it's very deep incisions in his back, which I can only imagine from riding the boats every day, 'cause I ride the boats almost every day. There have to be a propeller at the bottom of the boat. Now, how could the bottom of the boat touch my son? He's not dripping wet. He didn't fall in the water. Well, not from what I see. So I don't know what I'm trying to get at, but what I'm trying to get at is I need an explanation.
What we've received so far is that we started our regular operation this morning at 4:30, transporting the villagers from Crooked Tree to where the bus can then further transport them on to Belize City. The two vessels were out on operations. One vessel approached the other, and apparently there was a mechanical malfunction somewhere. And instead of going in reverse, trying to slow down the vessel, the vessel gears malfunctioned and jumped into the other one, thereby causing the collision.
At this stage, the incident happened a couple of hours ago, and that's the initial investigation. What we'll do is to do a proper marine casualty investigation, which will comprise of not only the Coast Guard, but the police and the team from the Belize Port Authority. So it will be transparent. We will look at all angles. As a matter of fact, the police is well involved into the investigation, looking at different aspects of the investigation. So far, there are indications of mechanical malfunction on board the vessel, but the proper investigation will really show what caused the accident.
The residents of this close-knit community are devastated, and many of them believe that this accident could have been avoided if their concerns about improving accessibility to the village via the causeway had been taken seriously.
Be prevented, we have a good causeway, we got the road fixed, it can be much better for the kids. It's so hustling for 3 months, and with these boats, these kids get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, can't get enough sleep, but they have to go to school. So, Prime Minister, we need a road to get fixed. Please, we're begging you.
Area Representative Edmond Castro says that plans are in place to address this issue.
In this year alone, the rain start here nationwide from August. Rain continuously until about a week ago, and even this week it was raining. But thanks for the cold that came down, we will be able to drive across the Crooked Tree Lagoon. Hopefully by this weekend or next week, if the weather continue to be cool like this. We cannot blame Mother Nature. However, we are working, and we started the raising of the Crooked Tree Causeway on the other side. You can see, and that area that we were able to dump, that section did not go underwater, although we had, this is close to top gallon type of situation. But no government, no PUP, no UDP can control the volume of water coming down in this Crooked Tree Basin.
Mr. Castro, as the area representative, I know that you can see that your people are upset and they're traumatized. What will be your next course of action where this accident is concerned?
Well, definitely we will have to investigate to see what took place. But bottom line is we must find the money to raise the Crooked Tree Causeway so that we will prevent the usage of any Coast Guard vessel or any boat whenever we have a situation with a rain like this and the flooded situation.
Benjamin Gentle lost his life, and 9 high school students were injured in this morning's boating accident in the Crooked Tree Lagoon. Lynette Cantor reporting for Love News.
Should they not have been